everyone. Good morning, beautiful people across the world. It is another beautiful day on the Motivation Time Out series with Damilola Abodunrin. And today is the 22nd day. Please be with this music down a little bit. Today is the 22nd day in the month of July 2020. You know, it's funny how the year is running out so fast. We're in the second half of the year already, and it's the 22nd day already. Wow. What have you been up to? What have you been doing? What are those things that you've been engaging yourself with? What are those things that has really been taking your time? What are those things that you've been spending your time with? What are those things that you've been dedicating yourself and your time to? How do you want to measure 2020 on the average when we are done with this year? Is it the COVID? Are you part of those that COVID has rewritten their narratives? Are you part of those that are taking charge of the COVID moment and not allowing COVID to rewrite their narratives? Are you taking charge of situations around you, or you are sleeping on a bicycle? You can't afford to do all of that now, and you can't even afford to trade the things you spend your time with now, because everything you do now is counting in the bigger picture. Nobody's going to hear the reasons, nobody's going to hear excuses why you have not done it. They want to hear reasons why they want to hear how you were able to do it despite those difficulties. So thank you everyone for always tuning in on the Motivation Time Out series. And obviously, you know who your host is. Your host is no other person but Damilola Abodunrin. And this is also I'm using this medium to also say a big thank you to my YouTube followers, to my audio podcast on Anchor, on Spotify, on Overcast, on Breakout, on Pocket Cast. I'm saying thank you to every one of you guys for taking your time to listen to the things that I have to say. And I hope that these things have been blessing you. Now, a special thank you to my Instagram and my Facebook viewers. You guys are my real G's, man. You turn up every morning to listen to what I have to say. You guys are super amazing. Thank you so much for tuning in. Freshie01, thank you so much for tuning in. And to my Facebook viewers too, thank you for tuning in. So yes, the Motivation Time Out series started in the month of June, and it started off by we started talking about your words and the things that you get to see. So your words and your realities, that's what we started with in the month of June. We spoke about speaking it right and lighting up the realities you want to see. And the month of July, we are talking about putting a twist on it. Destroys Joseph, thank you so much for joining in. So this month of July, we're talking about putting a twist on it. What exactly are you putting a twist on, and what is the whole idea of putting a twist on it? The whole idea of putting a twist on it is changing that way you do that thing. So you've approached the first half of the year in a different dimension. How do you want to approach the second half of the year? Are you continuing the same way you started the first half of the year, or are you introducing a new gimmick, a new dynamic, a new change? Just put a little twist on what you've been doing before and see if you're not going to get better results now. Are you having a downtime? Put a little twist on the relationships you have and those that you spend your time with, and we're going to have a different result entirely. So that's putting a twist on it. And today, the sub-theme is relationships and perspectives chapter 2. Yes, relationship and perspectives chapter 2. Feikem, thank you so much for joining. So, and what are we talking about? Basically, when we mention relationships and perspectives is the way you see things. Relationship is the way you manage the people around you. Now, I'm sure you have heard this over and over again, that everybody that has an influence over you has a way of shaping your perspectives. If you've not heard it before, I'm telling you now. So every single person in your life that you spend your time with that has a file on your database. You remember I was talking about database sometimes in June? Yes, go and listen to the June episodes. You get more familiar with some of these terms that I'm using. So every single person that has a program file on your database has a way of influencing the perspectives that you see. They have a way of influencing the perspectives that you wake up to, that you build up around you. So we are going to really be narrowing down managing the relationships around you and having the right relationships around you, because those relationships would influence you and they will influence your perspectives. So you agree with me that we have to take conscious effort, we have to make deliberate effort to ensure that the people that we spend our time with, the people that we relate with, the people that influences us are people that can help increase our value system, can help build a better picture of our perspective. So I was having this discussion with a friend on Saturday, and I was saying, brother, you are rich, and he was telling me, what do I call wealth? And he says, see all these things that I'm saying that I'm calling wealth. He says that his wealth is defined by the people that he has around him. His wealth is defined by the people that he has around him. So, you know the way the Yoruba people used to say that. So the value of your relationships somehow is directly proportional to the value of your perspectives. I come again. The value of your relationship is directly proportional to the value of your perspectives. So if you want to see things better, change the people you work with. If you want to have a bigger picture of the perspectives of the dreams that you have, change the people that you work with. I came across a nugget point on social media yesterday, written by a big brother of mine. He says that the easiest way to kill a big dream is to discuss it with a small mind. So that's just relationship and perspective. So the big dream is your perspective, the small mind is the relationship. So if you discuss that your big dream with the small mind, obviously it kills your dream, because they would never be able to reason or look at that dream from the way you are seeing it. So you have to ensure that the people that you have around you, the relationships, the ties, the bonds, the people that has an influence over your life, the people that speaks to you, the people that you get to relate with when issues comes up, the people that you always want to run to for advices, make sure that they are the right set of people that would help you shape the right perspective. So when you keep positive relationships, you have positive perspectives. When you keep positive people around you, you will be able to overcome every circumstance. So last week, I was talking about managing the people around you, managing crisis when crisis occur. I would not play down the fact that in your relationships in life, that your best friend, that your closest friend would surely have cases where you would have to fight. Probably you have cases when issues are not going on well in between you guys. But how do you manage these issues? Remember that when you manage your relationships right, you are managing your perspectives right. Olutos, thank you so much for joining. So you remember that when you are managing your relationships right, you are managing your perspectives right. So what do you do to manage those relationships? Number one, to manage the best relationships around you, learn to cut ties with those people that are not helping you go forward. Joel Photography, thank you so much for joining in. So first thing in managing the relationships around you, to shape that perspective that you want to see, cut ties with those people that will not help you run that race. Cut ties with the people that keep adding negativity to your life and don't add positivity to your life. So you must learn to say no when you're supposed to say no, and say yes when you're supposed to say yes. In fact, your no is the best yes you can get. I'll come again on that. Your no is the best yes you can get, or your no is the best yes you can give anybody. Because you understand that the value of your relationship is directly proportional to the value of the perspectives you see. So you want to ensure that you guard your relationship space, you guard those that you are in constant communication with passion. So you must put that at the back of your mind, that you learn to cut ties with those people that are negative. You learn to cut ties with those people that are not hardening up to you. Learn to cut ties with those people that are not giving you that thing that would help that perspective grow. Remember, the easiest way to kill a big dream is to discuss it with a small mind. So the big dream is your perspective, the small mind is the relationship. But if you discuss a big dream with a big mind, you know what it does? It helps that perspective fly. Number two, value. Your relationships should be people that have value. The relationships that you keep should be people that have value. People that will be able to add value to you, and people that will be able to connect with you on your value system. Not people that would constantly remove value from you. Not people that will constantly draw you down. Someone that values you would help you shape your perspectives better. I have these 3 classes. There's this way I group my relationships into 3 classes. The first is the upward relationship, that is my mentors, the people that are like fathers to me, the people that are like elder brothers to me that I get to talk to. My midline relationship are my colleagues, probably my fiancé and all of that are my midline relationship. Then the lower relationship are my mentees, the people that get to hear me speak, my siblings and all of that. That's the midline relationship. Now, your life is as good as these 3 relationships. Your perspectives is as good as these 3 relationships. So the people that you spend time with, the upward relationship, the people that you relate with regularly, the midline relationship, and the people that get to learn from you, the lower, the low relationship. These are the people that are very, very critical to shaping your perspectives. So you have to ensure that, number one, you learn to cut ties with anybody that would keep adding negativity to your space and would not help you add positivity that would help you shape that perspective. You need to cut ties with them this week. You need to cut ties with them today. I understand that it might be a little difficult for you to change those people that you have been working with before now, but the choice to stop working with them henceforth is yours. Your life is your responsibility, so you need to learn to act on it. Your relationships is directly proportional to the perspectives that you see, so you need to take conscious effort to ensure that those relationships don't kill you, rather they make you. So number one, learn to cut ties with those people that won't help you grow. Number 2, learn to work with people that value you. Then number 3, be ready. Show Square, thank you so much for joining, even though you joined a little late. Number 3, and this is where I will stop for today until we see next week, is learn to accept that people will make mistakes. Understand that mistakes is a part of life. So even though that relationship you have with somebody, that brother, that friend of yours, keeps making a few mistakes that you probably told them not to make again, understand that error is part of life. So what you tell them to do is you look at how ready they are to manage those mistakes they keep making and how ready they are to forge ahead after making those mistakes. So your relationships, the people that you have around you, the people that you relate with, the people that influences you should be people that are ready to step forward from their mistakes and move on in creating a bigger picture. So remember, number 1, learn to cut ties with the negative people. Number 2, work with people that add value to your life. Number 3, learn to manage people and their mistakes. Olufemi, thank you so much for joining in. So it's very, very important that you manage these things very well. Remember that your relationship is directly proportional to the perspectives that you see. So the people that you work with should be people that add values to your life. Should be people that respect you. Respect doesn't necessarily mean calling you brother or sister or calling you uncle or auntie, but people that respect your values and respect your dreams. Remember, the easiest way to kill a big dream is to discuss it with a small mind. So take conscious effort to manage relationships around you today and manage the perspectives that you see. So guys, I'll see you next week on the Motivation Time Out series. Thank you so much to everyone that tuned in. Thank you so much to everyone that tuned in. Please do well to catch a recap for those that came a little late. Catch a recap of the video on my IG page. Please subscribe to my page on YouTube, Damilola Abodunrin Blessing, Damilola Blessing Abodunrin Transparency on YouTube. Please subscribe. On Anchor Podcast, please, Transparency Speaks on Anchor. That's my audio podcast platform. Please do well to also subscribe. And you get to listen to so many other things. Every of the things that you get to see on video is now available on audio. So thank you so much to my super amazing fans, family and friends. Thank you so much for always tuning in. And I owe myself to you guys. But beyond the talking, I want to see the change. So put all these things that we're saying into actions and have a super amazing day ahead. Have a super amazing week ahead. Have a super amazing August to come. Have a super amazing July. Remember, that thing that you have on your mind, that picture that you have on your mind is achievable. This month you'll still achieve that dream of yours, but I just need you to stay focus on your focus and don't lose focus. So I'll see you guys next week. I love you so much. Thank you.